Hello, this is Smarter Prepping with Uncle Mark. They said here, and I'm Uncle Mark. The time is now. What time is it, Uncle Mark? It's about 5 minutes after 6 p.m. 5 minutes after 6 p.m. It's Tuesday, Tuesday, the 4th of June, 2024. Tuesday, the 4th of June, 2024. Oh my gosh. And it's a sunny day in Wichita, Kansas. It's a sunny day in Wichita, Kansas. The forecast on the screen over here shows that long about sundown, when the sun goes down about 8 p.m. or 8:30, 8:45 p.m. sun goes down. Yeah, 8:45 close to 9 p.m. Sun goes down right around 8 p.m. We're going to get rain again. Rain for Uncle Mark's tomatoes. Oh my gosh. Okay, the reason I had the camera set up this way, instead of usually where I'm holding it, besides when I'm holding it, it moves around a lot. It's crazy. I'm not using a tripod. I'm just setting it on a tilt. But people, it's Christmas in June. Because Uncle Mark ordered some things at Walmart.com. I talked about it, and yesterday you can see off in the background is the curtains. The last two videos was about the curtains. That was yesterday. I put up curtains. Today, look at this. Look at this. Early days of internet. A lot of people like to say, "Oh, I'm going to unbox my haul." So I figured I'd set up the camera and say, "What did Uncle Mark get?" Oh, Uncle Mark bought nutmeg. I won't tell you what it costs. It costs too much money for that nutmeg. That's a lot of nutmeg. My first wife, Pam, I told you my first wife, Pam. Pam and I got married in 1977. She died in 2008. She was diagnosed terminal in 2003. So I had 5 years of pre-grief, whatever. And I remember that nutmeg, nutmeg, see, smells really hit the emotional part of your brain. You really like a certain smell. So I was using nutmeg. I put nutmeg in my coffee, whatever, as to deal with the pre-grief when Pam was dying, okay? So anyway. So I figured, okay, I'm going to invest some money in some darn old nutmeg. I was at a store or something, I couldn't see any nutmeg at the store. It was a Sam's Club. Anyway, so I ordered this at Walmart.com. Okay. And then, that's my scissors. I got so many pair of scissors. Uncle Mark has so many scissors. Oh my God. But this is the best one. I use it all the time. The others are just sitting there as decoration. Oh, I want to show you these two things. See that? That's a box cutter, and that's a box cutter. Isn't it nice little box cutter? This I've had for some time. It's an extra nice one, extra big one. This one, I found it on the street yesterday. It's kind of buggered up. I thought I'll use it just to be silly. I'll put this away if I can. Okay. These are the type you take pliers and break off. If it looks dull and messed up, you just break off the tip, break off a little bit, and then there's a bunch of more segments down the line. And you buy more stuff. Uncle Mark's opening up the box. What's in the box? Oh my gosh, look out. There we go. Oh my gosh. I spent so many years working in retail, 15 years at Office Max, 12 years at Walmart, opening boxes. So I'm like some kind of expert at opening boxes. What have you got in here? Look out. Oh my gosh, what did Uncle Mark get? Oh, look at that. It's a bow saw. Nice bow saw. I was in the Salina Journal when I was a teenager, growing up in Salina, Kansas. There's a picture of me and some Boy Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts. Troop 5. At the time I didn't realize, I lived in Salina, Kansas, right around 1968. I was a Boy Scout in Troop 5. At the time I didn't think anything of it. Only much later in recent years, I thought, wait a minute, Troop 5? Wow, that's very historic. In all of the USA, that's the 5th troop. Oh my gosh, only 4 of the troops are older than Troop 5 in Salina, Kansas. Anyway, there's a picture of me and my fellow Boy Scouts of Troop 5. There was a storm in Salina. There's always storms in Kansas. There's a sunny day in Wichita, Kansas. Storm coming in. That's Kansas weather. Always a storm coming in. Any time. Or we'll have a drought for a month or two. Well, not a drop of rain for a solid month or two. And then we'll have a storm every week like it's been lately. Water much better. Anyway, so a storm came through Salina way back in 1968 thereabouts. Tree limbs were down, so the Boy Scouts were up to their bow saw. So what tree limbs? Get them out of the way. So I'm saying this is like old news for me. For real, I've been using bow saws for a very long time. Cut this box down a little better, huh? Okay. By the way, in case you don't know, let me break down the box. Like I say, I've been in retail for 27 million years. Goodness gracious. Break down the box, see? The box is broke down, look at that, oh my gosh, see? I could fold it up and jam it in this little trash can. I don't think I'll do that, I'll take it out to the bigger trash can. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the camera, flip the viewer around. Show you the other thing that got the elephant in the room. Once before, I called this the elephant in the room. It's another one of these cube units. I always say smarter prepping, Uncle Mark. He said, well, how come you just say prepping, but what are you talking about prepping? You stock up on food. I've gotten most of my food free, some I buy. Most of it I'm getting free. An important part of prepping, stop and think about it. Stop and think for a minute. Important part of prepping, if you look at the big picture, when you die, and I'm 68, so that's not so far off in the future. When I die, is this food, my prepper stash of food, is it going to be made into, is it going to be cooked up and I'm going to eat it and keep rotate through? Yes, in my case, yes. That's why I call it smarter prepping. Anybody can stash extra food and then forget about it, and then 5 years later, 10 years later, 20 years later, after that prepper is dead, the family of the prepper goes to look at his place. He's got this prepper stash of food that doesn't do anybody any good because the best if used by date is long gone. Nobody wants it. Even if it's, oh, it's this special prepper food, it's good 25, nobody wants it. You have to eat your food. You ever heard the phrase out of sight, out of mind? You ever heard the phrase out of sight, out of mind, right? See, if you keep your prepper stash of food out of sight, out of mind, that's not going to work. It's going to get thrown out. When you die, after you're dead, your family, whoever takes care of your estate, they're going to throw it out. Look at this. This is not out of sight, out of mind. This is visible. I got 20, 30 or 40 cans of cream style corn. It's visible. I got 40 of these packets of vegetable soup. It's visible. It's not out of sight, out of mind. I'm going to use it steadily. Use it. Cook it up. See? Dried cherries. I got the cookies. Anyway, so my point is, as I've mentioned before, this cube unit is a color that looks just like that cube unit, and that one over there, the lower one. The upper one's a different color. So I'll assemble this one later today. I'll set it up right over here. Okay? And then I'll take these totes full of food that's not out of sight, out of mind. It's visible. See, that's smarter prepping with Uncle Mark, not mindless prepping like those who put a prepper stash of food off in a basement or something and forget about it completely, a basement or attic or something, and it's out of sight, out of mind. And after they're dead, the people trying to take care of their estate, they throw it out. It all ends up off in the landfill. I intend to put this food in my tummy. Tummy? Go ahead, my tummy. Don't eat it too fast. Slow down, Mark. I eat it slow, so I don't want to gain weight. Sitting about 225. I checked myself today. 225.4. Yep, here we go. We're good. Anyway,